Hello and welcome back to the art room. This is my second lesson of the year for my first grade friends. Welcome back into the art room, my first grade friends. Okay, so last art class, I read to you this book, Mr. Tiger Goes Wild, and we made our own tiger going wild, right? Okay, so this is one awesome book that I wanted to read to you that you got to make art with. Today, I hope you checked out the other video, the previous video that I just made, and I uploaded to SeeSaw, where I read How Do Dinosaurs Eat Their Food. If you haven't watched that one first, watch that one, then watch this one. Make sure you watch this one because this is the one that has the actual art learning to go with it for what you turn in for the project, okay? So make sure you look at this video. Okay. Look at both of them. So how do dinosaurs eat their food? So I read that book to you. I wanted to point out to you that you notice that I'm starting this year by reading you books, and then we're making art to go along with the books. And that's for a reason, okay? I like showing you all that artists sometimes make art based on stories, based on themes, based on ideas. Right? So these are some examples of art that we make to go along with a story. So today I'm going to teach you how to draw a dinosaur. Yes. All right. So that's art that goes along with a story. Our last time, like I said, the tiger that we made went along with our story. Okay. So these stories, both of these books though had ideas. They both had a main idea to them. So Mr. Tiger Goes Wild was really about, it was about how sometimes it's totally fine to go wild somewhere. We need to be able to go wild sometimes, right? There are times and places for that, and then there are times and places to have more of your best manners on, that kind of thing. So that idea went with this book. This book, I like to read them kind of close together because they have that similar kind of message, where this one is specifically about, this one's really about when you're eating at the table, all right? What are the manners? What are the expectations for that? Some things that we can't do, some things that we can do. All right, so that's another main idea. So we're making art about these ideas or about these stories, and you'll find a lot of artists in the world will make art based on something that's been written or something that they've read, different things in this world. So I just wanted to show you that artists can make art about books. And you can even see in our books, the artists have illustrated. Those are illustrators, all right? We call them illustrators. They're artists that make the pictures for the book, right? Okay, so some examples of making art, all right? And, maybe one day you grow up and you're an illustrator and you make the beautiful artwork for the books. So just wanted to put that out there. Now, today we're going to be talking about shapes, all right? Specifically, we're going to talk about two different kinds of shapes. Did you know that there were two different types of shapes? All right? You're like, oh my goodness, what are you talking about? There are so many different shapes. Yeah, but there are two different types of shapes, okay? So first, we have geometric shapes. Geometric shapes are like circle, triangle, square, rectangle, oval, star, all of those shapes, hearts, all those shapes that we learn in school, all right? Those are geometric, right? So geometric shapes that we learn in school. We've all learned the square, the triangle, the circle, the rectangle. We know about those shapes, right? But did you know there's a name for a different kind of shape? Check this out. Organic shapes. We call them kind of organic or free-form natural kind of shapes. And what that means is those are the shapes that are kind of like blobs. Like this looks like a paint splotch to me. This leaf is an organic shape, right? Because it's not a set rectangle, it's not a square, it's not a triangle, right? The clouds in the sky, those are organic shapes. Okay, so they're in most shapes in nature are organic, all right? So I think that's pretty cool because we would be really bored if everything was a circle or a square or a triangle, right? Organic shapes are more free-flowing, all right? They're more like blobs, okay? So organic shapes. So those are our two vocab words of the day, geometric and organic. We're going to have to use both geometric and organic shapes to build our dinosaur pictures. So that's how it all comes together. To build our dinos, we need to be able to do both organic and geometric shapes. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? I'm going to show you how to draw all three of these fabulous dinosaurs, okay? Normally what I do is I would walk the whole class through this. Normally I give you a paper and a pencil and a dino egg, as I call it. These are just little cardstock pieces of paper that I really got that are like ovals, where I just have you trace them to make the dinosaur's body. Normally we do that. Obviously we can't do that today because we're not in the same room, but I trust you. I believe in you. So the first thing you need is a pencil and a paper and to draw an oval, okay? If you want to have the Triceratops or the Brachiosaurus, you want your paper going sideways, all right? We call that horizontal, all right? You want your paper sideways, horizontal. You want to do your oval. Well, you can't trace because I don't have these for you, but you want to just draw a big oval. And it might take a few times. You just go around and around. Do that oval. Remember, an oval is really just if I took a circle and I stretched it out, right? That's what an oval is. So just do that as many times as you need to with your pencil till you got one that you like, okay? And that's going to be your dinosaur's body. If you want to do the T-Rex, all you got to do is turn your paper vertical, so up and down, vertical, all right? And trace your oval or draw your oval going up and down like that for your dinosaurs, for your T-Rex's body, okay? So do that. Hang on, let me clean off this board so we can get started. All right, so today we're going to start with the Brachiosaurus. Obviously, you only need to pick one of these three dinosaurs to do with me, but if you want to, if you're like, hey, I'm in it to win it, you can do all three. If you've got that kind of time on your hands, go for it. All right, totally. It's just up to you. If you're like, hey, I need to I'm gonna fast forward through this and find the one that I want to do, then do that. But this is how we're gonna do. Let's get started. So the Brachiosaurus. All right, you started by making your oval. That's gonna be his body. Yes, that oval is a geometric shape. Yes, an oval is a geometric shape. It's not one of our free forms. It's not a blob. It's an oval, so it's geometric. All right, next, we're going to go ahead, and I want you to start right here, okay, and I want you to make a curvy line up, okay, come around, and then curvy line back down. Boop. That might take a few tries. That's normal, okay? Don't stress about this. This is supposed to be fun, okay? No stressing. I see you stressing. Stop it. All right, go up, and then come back, right? Do that until you've got one that you like, okay? That's what your eraser's for. Erase, try again, get it till you like it. Okay, so that's going to be his long neck. Those Brachiosauruses have those long necks that they would use to get to the leaves, all right, for them to eat, okay? Now, he's got a nice triangle tail here. This part is going to be a triangle, and a triangle is a geometric shape. Yes, it's not a blob, all right? It's not natural kind of looking. It's very, structured. It's a triangle. We learned these in school. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start where his rump would be. We're going to go out, and then we're going to come back in. Have those nice long tails, nice big triangle on his rump for his tail. You might say, Mrs. O'Neill, this looks silly right now. It totally looks silly. That's okay because we're not done with it yet. Remember, sometimes I have kids get so excited and they forget to wait. They forget to wait until we've kind of done more of the drawing to actually judge the drawing. Remember, you gotta wait. We're putting our shapes together to build a drawing. That's how all drawings are built. We put shapes together and build it, okay? So, down here, we're gonna go ahead and make some squares. I'm gonna make one square, two square. Those are going to be his legs, okay? We can only see, I just made two of them because we're looking at him from the side. He's turned this way, looking this way, all right? So we can only see two of his legs. It's just the same concept as you can only see one of my ears because I'm turned to the side, all right? Same thing. We're just going to see one, two, his little legs. All right, you ready to make some dino toes? Of course you're ready to make some dino toes, all right? We just made some geometric shapes by making those squares. Let's go ahead and with our pencil, up here, I'm going to draw a little letter M. Right here on this square, a little letter M. Dino toes. Bam. All right, we got some dino toes. Next, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a little tummy for him, okay? So his little tummy right here is just if I start right between where his legs are right here and I just go a little line like that, and then I draw some lines like that. That gives him a little tummy, okay? All right, next I'm going to do some more geometric shapes. I'm going to do those spikes on his back, all right? So I gave him some spikes I don't think Brachiosaurus actually had spikes, but right now you can ignore the not historically accurateness of it. Or if you're like, hey, Mrs. O'Neill, I'm keeping this very accurate, you don't have to add the spikes. It's up to you. Okay, I just add them because I was like, how can I add some more geometric shapes to this? All right, so go ahead. You can draw some little triangles on his back. Ooh, there you go. All right, I'm going to give him a face now because my Brachiosaurus needs a face. I'm going to go ahead and on his head, I'm going to give a circle with a little dot in it. Right? More geometric shapes. Circles are geometric. You're going to know that one really well. Geometric. Circle with a dot inside for the eyeball. I'm going to draw another dot. That's going to be where his nose is. And I'm going to give him a little smile. He's happy about being here today. Yes. Okay. On his body, I know on this one, this was a draft that I did earlier. On this one, I did circles, but for you to practice your organic shapes, yes, all right, to give you some practice with organic shapes, I'm going to have you go ahead and draw little blobs, maybe any kind of shape and form. They're just blobs on his little body for organic shapes, yes, organic shapes. All right, beautiful. Okay, so he's got some organic shapes on him. So he's built of geometric and organic shapes. Yes. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and draw that line that separates the ground from the sky. All right, just draw that behind him. Boop. So we're behind him. All right, I always like to give him, because he's got the long neck to reach the leaves for the trees, I always like to do a little zigzag line up here to kind of show those leaves he's trying to eat. All right. I like to do a organic shape for the pond, all right, down here for him to get a little bit on, dip his head down and get some water in there, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a blob for that pond where he can get a little drink of water, okay. I'm going to draw two lines up with a little cloud on top. Two lines up with a little cloud on top. That's an organic shape right there for my trees in the background. And I might add a little bit of grass. A little bit of grass is just I did little zigzag lines, and then I'd add some circles for some rocks. And there you go. You have your Brachiosaurus. All right, go ahead and color that friend in. All right, next we'll be doing the Triceratops. Let me clean off the board. And we're back. Okay, so I've cleaned off the board, and now it's time to do the Triceratops together. Okay, so again, your paper should be horizontal. You should have made a oval. All right, just draw your best oval, whatever you've got. Once you like it, good to go. All right, so for the Triceratops, what we got to do, all right, we're going to start right here with your pencil. I want you to go up, around, and then I want you to come back. They don't have very long necks, and they have kind of thicker necks. So you want to go ahead and you want to start here, around, and back down. Okay, don't stress about it. It's not something to be stressed out about. I see you stressing. Stop it. All right? Stop stressing out. Just do your best. Get it to a place where you like it. All right? Then you're good to go. All right. Next, we're going to start at the top of his head. We're going to go up, across, and then a little squiggle line. Boop. So all that was up, across, squiggle line. Like I said, do not stress over this, okay? This is fun, all right? So you just do your best lines, get to where you like it. There you go, all right? Next, I'm going to erase this line because I can't see this part of the line anymore, so boop. Yes. Now he's got that nice top that Triceratops are very famous for, all right? I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle right here. That is a nice geometric shape. Remember our geometric shapes. All right, that are, oh, there's a triangle right there, a geometric shape. We learned those in school. They're very defined, you know, very absolute shapes. Organic shapes are more like those blobs. Okay, so triangle, the geometric shape. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give him an eyeball, more geometric shapes. That's a circle with a dot in it. Okay, I'm going to draw a little circle for where his nose is, his little nose. And I'm going to give him a smile because he's happy to be here. I'm going to go ahead and give him a short tail. Triceratops have a short tail, and the tails are just triangles. That's all that is a triangle. So I'm going to go where his rump is. I'm going to go out and back in. Okay, and that's a triangle, another geometric shape. Yes. All right, next, I'm going to go ahead and for his little legs, I'm going to go ahead and start down here. I'm going to draw 1 box, 2 box, more geometric shapes, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give him some dino toes. The dino toes are just the letter M, okay? So letter M, dino toes, bam. His tummy, same thing as the Brachiosaurus. All I'm going to do is I'm going to start here between the legs. I'm going to go line like this, some lines going across. Yes. So I didn't do this on this one, but I'm going to show you on this one. Just like with the Brachiosaurus, I want you practicing your organic shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him some blobs. We're going to give him some little blobs on his body. These are our organic shapes. Yes, organic shapes. We love organic shapes. Yes, give him some little blobs. Remember, those blobs, all right, those blobs are organic. Okay, organic shapes. Next, I'm going to go ahead and draw that line that separates the ground from the sky. I'm just going to do that behind him. Boop. Okay. Also, organic shapes in the sky. We have organic shapes in the sky here. We have the clouds. So I'm going to go ahead, going around, make some clouds. You just do your best. Remember, I'm just happy that you're with me and that you're trying this, that you're working hard, because I can tell you're working hard. So you just do your best, okay? That's all you got to do. I'm happy if you're trying your best. All right, you got some organic shapes? Yes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hide that little sun behind there. So I'm just going to take my pencil. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to start this cloud. I'm going to go over this cloud. There we go. All right, and that's that little sun kind of peeking through there. It's a nice cloudy day. I'm going to go ahead and draw some little grass here. So I'm going to just do squiggle line, little zigzag lines to make some grass. I'm going to draw some circles for some rocks. And there we go. Beautiful. All right. We have practiced and we've built a dinosaur using geometric and organic shapes. Remember, a drawing is just shapes that we are putting together, and we usually need to use both geometric and organic shapes in order to build a drawing. Okay, in order to build our drawing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and clean off the board, and we'll do the T-Rex together. All right, my T-Rex fans. Remember, your paper is going to be vertical, so up and down. All right, you trace that oval. Boop. Or draw that oval, sorry, used to saying trace. Draw that oval, okay, and that's going to be your T-Rex's body, okay. Just get it to an oval that you like. It should be kind of big, you don't want something teeny tiny. Let's go ahead and start, because remember the T-Rex is big, he's a big guy. Let's start with the head. We're going to start at the top of this oval. We're going to go up, around, and back in, right? It's got a nice big head. Do that as many times as you need to. It's okay. Don't stress over it. Do that as many times as you need to. Get it to where you like it. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and give him an eyeball. So that's a circle with a dot in it, right? And the eyeball, that's a geometric shape because it's a circle. Remember? Our geometric shapes. Next, I'm going to go ahead and give him a nose. All right, so I need a little circle for a nose. I'm going to give him a toothy dino smile. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to draw a little line up, and then I'm going to draw triangles for his sharp, pointy teeth. All right. Yes, sharp, pointy teeth. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give him little arms. So I'm going to draw 2 lines down on this side, 2 lines down on this side. And these are like on the oval. See that? They're on the oval. Because he's got, I'm sure you've heard, T-Rex has had little teeny tiny arms. All right? So his little arms are like right here on his body. All right? And then I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 on this side. And 1, 2, 3 on this side. Give him those little hands. All right? Awesome. For his tummy, all I'm going to do for this nice round tummy, I need an oval. So I'm going to go up. And then I'm going to go down. It's made a nice big oval. Now, sometimes I have students who do the lines across, and it looks like his tummy. Right? And then sometimes I have students that'll just draw little dots, and then they make it like a little dinosaur egg that he's holding. That's up to you. All right? But go ahead and do that. All right? Give him a little tummy or a dinosaur egg right there. All right. For his legs, he's got chunky legs, all right? Because he run really fast on these chunky legs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down, across, back up, down, across, back, up. I basically just made boxes, a box here, a box there. All right. To make his dino toes, I'm going to go ahead and draw the letter M. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Now, a T-Rex has a great big tail. Okay, this is how we're going to do the tail, right? It's a nice big, you can see it would be a triangle, but it's curving, all right? So it's kind of curving a little bit more than a regular geometric triangle would. So we're going to start here. We're going to go up. We're going to go to a point, and then we're going to come back down and connect back here. Nice big T-Rex tail. Okay? Awesome. All right. I did triangles on here. We kind of did that last time with our tiger stripes, though. So today, instead of doing geometric shapes for that, we're going to do some organic shapes on him to give us more practice with those organic shapes like we were talking about, those blobs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give him some blobs. Some organic shapes. Organic shapes. We love organic shapes. Remember, a drawing is just when we combine geometric shapes and organic shapes. We put them together and we make something out of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw that line that separates the ground from the sky. Boop, just going behind him. Boop. I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle of the sky for the sun. It's a nice sunny day. All right, and that's a geometric shape up there. All right, different from our organic shapes. Okay, and then I'll draw some little ovals. You got plenty of practice with ovals today. Some ovals down here for some dino eggs. All right. Maybe draw some dots on them. Show that they're dino eggs. Draw a little squiggle line, a little zigzag line around it for the nest. So it looks like a nest of dino eggs. Look at that. All right. And then for the grass, I just add zigzag lines with some circles. Zigzag lines with some circles. All right, there you go. And we've got a nice T-Rex with his nest of eggs. All right, so I hope you enjoyed our art lesson today and you learned some awesome things about the different kinds of shapes that are in the world, what we call them, geometric, organic shapes. You've learned how to draw a cool dinosaur. Good for you. Proud of you. Take that picture of the dinosaur. If you did more than one, you can always send me a picture of all three or several pictures. But remember to turn those in if you would like them to be part of your 3 assignments that are due by October 15th. All right, send those in to me to my email, or you can send them through Remind on a message there. But do that there. And I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I hope you also learned some greatness about how artists sometimes make art to go along with stories, books, ideas, themes, things like that. All right, take care, and I will see you next week. Goodbye, friends.